This is our first match. Speaking of which, this is our first match. Jakal is going to Japan, so they got to warm up for that. So this is big for them. Lots of opportunities to make any sort of adjustments here. This is a perfect place to do it.
Yeah, Kaguragi's been the talk of the town, and to have somebody from your local going there is kind of a surreal thing to experience, I would say. But right now, Jakal is just going to be focused on winning this bracket, and then Kaguragi can come a little bit later in the week. Right now, he's off to a great start, though, getting some good hits in. But AmericanWeeaboo on the other end with this Greninja is trying to get some combos going. He is able to get the up smash there, especially with the center X, the big damage part, but is still trying to find any good extended lead, like any way to control the center stage. We're now seeing that sitting in the center, but Jakal just jumping in with a nair and a dash attack that's going to take the first stock off of AmericanWeeaboo.
Yeah, and that's such a strong start, and the advantage state coming in from Jakal, it's expected. We know what to expect out of Jakal, but Weeaboo is surprisingly putting up a great fight here, keeping Jakal from really finding any sort of advantage. As I say that, getting 30% on the board, looking for an up throw to a forwarder as well, keeping Weeaboo off stage at ledge. That's kind of the game plan here, and it's working out exceptionally well, taking 75% off the board on their second stop.
Yeah, Jakal doing a really good job taking any advantage he gets and running with it. Meanwhile, AmericanWeeaboo is really only getting like a couple hits in a combo and is just unable to keep the advantage because Jakal is just forcing himself back into center stage or into a more advantageous position. Now, AmericanWeeaboo, yeah, there we go. That's a great forward air, but it's unfortunately not enough to kill. Trying to use that Hydro Pump, use the Wind Box to shove Jakal off the edge safely, but Jakal having none of that, just using the Blaster to zone out, and as soon as he finds an opportunity to go in, is going to use the Up Smash to seal that stock. Sitting at 142% on this first stock here, and using that Shine like it's melee for the combo extension, but there we go. Second time is going to be the charm with that down tilt to the fair, and we're going to be seeing Jakal lose its first stock here of this set.
Just the advantage from Jakal is truly something to wonder and try to figure out, but it's really hard to really figure out what to do against this sort of advantage state and the aggression. But Weeaboo holding their own. They're showing a strong fight, and they're definitely putting up a great effort. But right now, the backdoor coming in, looking to keep Weeaboo off stage, but able to get back on with a dash attack, looking for any sort of stray hits there. But Jakal, the response coming in, keeping Weeaboo on their toes, off stage, at least in a bad situation. And there's the up smash to take the first game.
Yeah, we just see Weeaboo kind of slowing down the pace of play, trying to not quite go for the fuller combos that they were going for at the start of the set, but trying to kind of force the options out of Jakal and follow them up. So I do like seeing that kind of mid-set adaptation coming out there from AmericanWeeaboo. Unfortunately, it just wasn't fast enough, and this is going to have to be a really big, shift in the pace of play coming in. We are going to see a change of stage going from PS2 to small battlefields, so that will give AmericanWeeaboo a little bit easier of a time kind of running around. Jakal's not going to have as much free space to kind of play with especially with the blaster. But right now, this is definitely a more even start. Instead of having, Jakal just running away with a really strong advantage, we're seeing both of them kind of trading blows. Nothing super duper in favor of either player right now, but that could all change in just a bit here. Ooh, great fair is going to buy AmericanWeeaboo space to safely get back to the ledge. Trying to get back in, control the center stage. Down tilt there will pop Jakal up, and a good grab. Trying to cover the platform here, but Jakal ready to go. Had that drop down fair on lock. Good parry, but that's unfortunately a multi-hit move. There. Ooh, yeah, both of these. This is a much more even start. I'm really loving both of these players' game right now.
Yeah, and the start from both of these guys definitely is really more interesting to see, especially from Weeaboo, making sort of those adjustments, as you said, at the end of that first game, trying to really find their way around it. And it seems like right now, they're definitely holding their own. Huge backdoor coming in, putting Jakal off stage, putting them in a disadvantaged state right now. Ooh, good read of that roll. Reading the ledge get up is what Weeaboo needs to really take the lead a little bit more here, but just Jakal waiting for their opportunity as well, waiting for their moment to try to take this first stock off the board. We see the dash attack coming in, looking for, and there's the forward tilt to take that first stock. Jakal is not phased at all by this aggression from Weeaboo here early.
Yeah. And there we go. Weeaboo able to quickly follow up with the Greninja Classic there to take that first stock. Able to keep the game on an even footing, prevent Jakal from running away with the lead like he did in game number 1. It's a pretty good combo there. It's going to send Jakal far off. That is a wolf, so okay, not able to get anything with the win boxes there on the up B. But yeah, that is something that Jakal's going to have to be careful about. Greninja does have a lot more mobility and like the offstage pressure than the wolf, and we almost saw AmericanWeeaboo take advantage of that there and get a really early stock.
Yeah, and right now it's 64 to 66 off stage. But unfortunately for Jakal, the SD, not able to get back on stage with that up B recovery. And now Weeaboo has a lead here. Can they keep it is the question. Jakal making sure at least they're going to put themselves back in it, tying up the stocks here potentially. But, you know, getting some extra credit here is important if you're Weeaboo, especially against a player like Jakal. Trying to find any sort of stray hits there just to really find. Here's the grab, though. Down throw, trying to look for that F tilt. Trying for that pivot grab as well. Not getting it there. And there's the forward tilt to take the second stock off of the board from Weeaboo. And now we are dead even once again.
Yeah, Jakal's ledge guarding has been really great this game. Both those kills coming off of a forward tilt. And a great up smash there. Oh man, he's just stacking on damage right now. Just not letting AmericanWeeaboo get back to stage, but they will finally go back. Gotta get trying to go for that shadow sneak. I really like the thought there. Try to, just catch him off guard with something. Okay, trying to cover the platform there with the bear, able to get back. The grab is going to put some pressure on Jakal, but Nair right back in. Is gonna roll away from the down smash. Up air, not gonna get hit by that fair. We're almost out of like a last hit situation. And that last hit is going to be that bear coming out from Jakal on the get up. An unfortunate way to go out, but AmericanWeeaboo really putting on the gas there in that game too and keeping up with Jakal's pace.
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit too much at the end. They definitely had a lead there, Weeaboo did, but unfortunately they ran out of steam. But they had a valiant effort. Definitely showed why they're in top 8. Definitely showed why they're in this position in winter semis. Now falling to losers quarters. And, just the way that Weeaboo kind of responded after a game 1, definitely admirable. Just way better control over their stage presence, way better control over their edge guards as well. Just overall, just better play. And I think that is something that they should look on and say, hey, this is great improvements, and we just got to keep grinding and improving.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially because, AmericanWeeaboo did have to beat a Quaze to even get into top 8. So that's already a really good win. And then when you're going up against someone like Jakal, you don't always want to set the expectations too high. You just want to, sometimes you want to be like, okay, I have a really good opportunity to play a really good player in a kind of a high stakes match in a bracket like this. This is a really good learning opportunity. And we saw AmericanWeeaboo really do kind of take advantage of that opportunity, learn throughout this set, and especially having that lead there at the kind of tail end of game 2, that's a really good position to be in. And it can be really hard to play as a lead when you're playing against like a higher seed like that, because just all the mental pressure that you're feeling.
Yeah, definitely the mental pressure, as you said. Just it goes a lot between the mental side, just in general competition. But the way that Jakal just stayed composed even after that SD, I think that shows their mental toughness as well. Just realizing, hey, we just gotta settle down a little bit. We're in a good position. We can take the set with just one opportunity, one advantage whatsoever. And I think that happened there. And they're looking pretty good entering winners finals now. And they got a big run ahead of them.